Andre Onana has made up his mind on his future at Manchester United amidst criticism from left, right, and centre. What exactly is Ruben Amorim planning with his goalkeeping department? Welcome to the Network Sport. My name is Webb, here again to talk Manchester United, guys, as we do get to dig into the so many problems that are eating this beloved club of ours. The goalkeeper is now increasingly becoming top on the list. Listen, we let go of a world-class goalkeeper, brought in another world-class goalkeeper at the time in Andre Onana. Just 2 seasons later, we are all regretting why on earth did we let go of David De Gea. But that's not, I think, progressive. Looking at what passed, looking at things from the past and reflecting a lot on them might help you plan your future better, but it's not good to rely on them. I think for me, the right thing for Man United now to do is to focus on how we are going to correct the so many wrongs that the club has got to endure now. Now, here's the issue now. So, Andre Onana, according to, this is a report that came in from a Daily Mail and some other news source, I forget, who have been saying, of course, certain people don't take Daily Mail serious, but there are reports that they have brought that they have broken that have been, credible. But this is, I think, one we can, say all of us could have perhaps thought of. So they are saying that Andre Onana, unlike what Amorim wishes, he has decided he will start at Man United and fight for his future. I'm not sure that should be surprising to anyone, because if I'm Andre Onana myself, I will stick in there and take all the flack, but fight for my paycheck, because, I mean, it never gets bigger than playing for Man United. And as an African goalkeeper, or as any person, you don't want to get a chance to play for Man United and then the story you write there, the history you write is bad. Like you're the worst goalkeeper in the history of Man United, because honestly, if Andre Onana left United now in the summer, for example, I think he might easily go down among the worst goalkeepers we might have seen in open era for Man United. Probably even in the Premier League, maybe he can even, spread. I feel like he would follow the bad path of Loris Karius and Liverpool. You recall the guy who blundered, fumbled in a Champions League final, and from that time, he was no more. I think up to now, he's clubless. I think he was a free agent. The last time I checked, I don't think he got a club. I think he last played for Schalke 04 or something. He has been, no club wants to get near him. My feeling is, and whereas Andre Onana has done good and perhaps bad nearly in equal measure, you see sometimes you might do 2 good things and 2 bad things, but naturally the bad will overcover the good. That's one. I think that's the nature of life. It's the unwritten rule of life. But also, certain bad things you do are unacceptable. Any good is accepted. But certain wrong things, certain mistakes you do, or howlers or gaffes you do, are unacceptable for a goalkeeper at a certain standard. Or in life, there are mistakes your 18-year-old kid can get away with, or your 10-year-old daughter can get away with, but perhaps a 20-year-old might not necessarily get away with the same mistakes. So that's the thing with Andre Onana. Yes, all goalkeepers make mistakes, but the nature of mistakes Onana has been making have been looking quite ugly on him. And on Man United, we look unserious, having a goalkeeper who is conceding through direct corners, having a goalkeeper who doesn't know when to get off the line, a goalkeeper who cannot try for 1 second to save penalties. And I know he saved 1 penalty, I think, in the Champions League match, if I recall. But generally, he has been failing on the basics. And it's not good for an elite goalkeeper, especially a goalkeeper of Man United, if you are replacing a guy like David De Gea. So that's why it looks ugly on him. So according to this report, he's willing to fight for his place. Remember, it's not just about Amorim and him saying, I'm done with Onana. He should leave. The fans don't like him, so he should go. He has a contract. I think he signed about 5 years, 4 to 5 years. So he has got a long contract running. So it's not entirely up to the club to just let go of him. He's a senior player in the team. He was brought in for top quid. So they have got to respect him as that. So it's going to be one of those other cases that perhaps might be difficult for Man United to untangle. I think the easier thing for United to do now is to find avenues of getting the finances to either bring in the goalkeeper that Amorim might want, the stock of Mike Magnan of AC Milan, the stock of Garcia, Joan Garcia, whoever, whichever goalkeeper they choose, bring them in to if Onana doesn't want to leave, and bench Onana or let him push Onana. When you do that, it's easy for Onana to wake up and say, you know what, I'm done with this. Because at his age, he's not, because he's even younger than Magnan. Imagine if it's Magnan who was brought in, and this is just a rumor that Mike Magnan is one of those Man United. I remember there is sort of a storm at AC Milan. They are trying to change things, new sporting director, so players could leave. So United, as said, can use the opportunity to jump to get the French number one, who is also a captain at AC Milan. So I think for me, it might be the easier way for Man United to deal with Onana if indeed they want to let go of him. I don't just see him saying, you know what, you're done with me, let's part ways amicably. These Man United players never do that. He will try to want and fight and live on a high, but United seem to be giving up on him. Just like they were on Rasmus Højlund, they seem now to be as well giving up on Andre Onana, which is certainly not something I'll be here smiling and jubilating about, because I mean, this is an African guy. This was a world-class goalkeeper when he joined from Inter Milan. So it's sad really that this is happening to him, that it has to go this way, but I think that's the nature of life. But you realize honestly that the Man United players are mostly affected by the environment. There are certain good players in Man United, but the environment they have to endure every day is making it so difficult for them to perform. However good you are, you're dumped in this Man United setup, you're lost. You're lost. The fans are expecting a lot, yet behind the scenes, you're not good enough. Players are not even physically fit enough because the technology is not right. Everything is not there. The hiring is perhaps not right. So there's a lot for Man United to work on before we can start demanding world-class players to perform like world-class players, if you know what I mean. So that's a bit of what's going on. But the goalkeeping situation is beginning to look interesting. It might be the next big headache for Ruben Amorim. Of course, by now, I think he lives with his, painkillers, whichever painkillers, Panadols or whatever, or paracetamol, whichever painkillers he uses must be close to him every day. You see him on the touchline and you see the guy really is just growing old. He's too stressed. He can't rest. He can't sit on the technical bench. He's just always up and about, squatting, standing, running, pacing. That's just how difficult this job is for Ruben Amorim. But I do hope the goalkeeping situation does not just complicate it for him, because, I mean, if you're a coach and you're trying to build something, your best foundation has got to be the goalkeeping department. If you've got a poor goalkeeper, however good your outfield team is, you can't do nothing. Not in the modern game, not in the old game, not in football. You just can't do nothing. So let's wait and see. I feel like, I low-key feel like maybe, because I still think the goalkeeping issue for me should be still on the fringes for Man United. It's not a priority really. My feeling is maybe when Man United as a team improves, Andre Onana will look better, more consistently. That's if you remember the basics. Anyway, that's it. Subscribe, like, and share. My name is Webb. Let me catch you later.